FrostyMikhail here. And we are once again back with more Arknights here in when Elegies or Ashes. So we are now going to end the event with this final stage here. Looks pretty cool. 3 different places they are going to come from. So we got 3 lanes to defend here, here, and here. Okay, cool. Cool. See what we can do here. Should be alright. Got a good team. Nemo drags the coffin out of the citadel. Not a single soul is in the square with the statue. Curfew has begun, but she drags the red dragon's coffin over as the draconic flames burn within her own body. Wherever she goes, the darkness retreats. Once she moves on, it reoccupies the space. Ha, Colin, I envy you. No one could have slipped through you dragging that colossal statue, forcing them to come out and see what's going on. But what about me, Colin? What am I supposed to do? Do I have to keep shouting the red dragon instead as I walk down the street? She lifts her head to meet the statue's eyes. The violet flames dancing within its pupils do not answer. She recalls the song she sung with the Wakesmen all those years ago. Those from the city will also join in, if only for the first few lines. I hope you all remember the ancient ballads, Terence. So, Red Dragon, which song should I sing to announce your death? How about the blasphemous Tim Finn's Wake? Would you enjoy a funeral where people get into fights, splash whiskey on your corpse, and then you wake up after smelling the alcohol? Damn. Forget it, no one wants you coming back to life. She casually sings another song that pops into her mind. Black clouds shroud the marsh and vales. The cold wind shrieks through the mountains and hills. At crack of dawn I see a traveler who asked me the way to the golden field. The wayward wake woman sings with a hoarse voice, dragging the burning coffin towards every inhabited part of the city she's familiar with. She stops at every house, making sure that the purple flames reflect in their windows, that the elegy is heard inside. The more she sings, the more intimately the flames envelop her body, overwhelming her sluggish senses and making every step feel like a torturous labor. But it also lets her hear even the small snippets of speech from every window. Terran language classes, Kieran. That can't possibly be free, right? At that price, well, it's doable as long as we cut down the wine. Cut down on the wine, okay. Well, I know what they enjoy in that household. Bloody hell, Kieran. If I helped you more back then, could you have escaped the Victorians? Damn dog mist. If the red dragon won't drive it away, I'll do it myself. The black crowds shroud the marsh and vales. The cold wind shrieks through the mountains and hills. At crack of dawn I see a traveler who asked me the way to the golden field. Who is that? Nemo's? What's she up to, singing in the middle of the night? And what's that she's dragging? That burns so bright. It is Eblana. Oh, I forgot to bring something to drink. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get something real quick. There we go. We're back. Okay. Darling, even if you want to help the Terran cause, surely you don't have to join the army. Fine, I'll wait for you to come home for the day we win our freedom. Finally some quiet, going on and on about how your hand hurts when your whole arm's already gone. It's not like screaming about it's going to get you any medicine. If it was going to be like this, I wish you'd never come home. I'd rather spend my whole life missing you. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I said to him, pure chap, even I don't know how far you have to go. But if you wish, I'll go with you for a bit towards the golden field. Isn't this a funeral song? Those purple flames. Who is it mourning? Eblana. What? The enemies have entered the woods and are right outside the city? I can't sit back and do nothing, Nemos. Where's the army recruiting? I'll take my weapons and go. There is neither light nor any voice behind this window. To the right and pass by the palace, cross the river of fine wine. I'll share a cup by the riverside before we return to the Golden Field Road. Oh, Theo. Come on, dude. Why? Miss Nemo's, will you be moving in with Mr. Cullen after the war's over? Oh, I was hoping there'd be someone other than me to cook for him. Perhaps the most important thing to do before Her Highness returns is to repair the workshop door. I hope you find that golden field and a home in flames you'll never yield. I'm sure you won't hesitate then and complete your trip to the golden field. A wake woman on the brink of death. Who does she think she's going to rouse with those songs? But she can't even wake herself up. Or whatever happens, Bridget, oh silly child of my distant bloodline. Don't come back. This city isn't worth your life. Absolute Giga Chat. Love him. Love the extra king. Nemo's walks toward the last street she has yet to visit. She has been through practically the entire city and heard the simmering restlessness behind every door, but none of them have opened. The wayward wake woman gradually loses her grasp on her senses as her voice grows weaker. She has sung every song she knows, even the blasphemous Team Finn's Wake, from start to finish. She has only one song left. She did not want to sing it, but now she has no other choice. You could just repeat one of the other songs. Okay. I stepped into the dark woods once more, caught into the mists of fall. I trod upon the road heading out to Wauw. Damn. Yeah, we remember that one. Nemo's. Emma! I almost couldn't recognize you. You're still... I'm not doing good, Nemo's. I'll be dead soon. I just want to lie in bed and stop breathing. Damn, okay. Alright, dude, that's... Okay, that's dark as fuck. My chart's hurt and my throat's burning. I've even seen people who aren't with us anymore. Oh god, look at her eyes, too. Holy fuck. But I heard your song and saw the coffin. I'm on death's door already, so I figured why not come and see... Where's the dark mist? Maybe in the forest, maybe in the city, maybe right behind us, I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care either. One question, Nemo's. I need you to answer it before I can die in peace. Inside that coffin, is that truly our red dragon? Emma stands on her front porch, staggering as if ready to collapse at any moment into a pile of kindling to burn into despair and return to dust. I put her in the coffin myself. Why did she die? Who killed her? Who? Emma's feeble but angry voice echoes down the empty streets. Who? 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 The echoes linger. Nemo's turns around to look. The streets are still empty, but she knows where the echoes are coming from. Behind every closed door is a pair of bloodshot eyes hidden away, just like the ones on Emma's face. Nemo's turns again to look towards the towering citadel where nothing remains within. You guys still want revenge? That's right, as long as we can move. You can avenge the red dragon. Okay, that's just... No! Yeah, just leave. Nemo's turns away in despair. She stops singing her songs and merely hauls the coffin step by step towards the square. Yep. Wait, Nemo's, wait! These people are fucking stupid. Okay, let's see what Reed is up to. Holy shit! She's fighting the dark mist. How many times must I repeat myself, mist? Eblana is dead. I killed her with my own hands. Her body lies in the coffin. Nemo is now dragging through the city. The people must know she is dead and return her violet flames so their bodies will no longer burn. Nice, Reed. Don't take shit from anybody. Wishful thinking. She did not give those flames. She merely started the fire. Everything the red dragon promised will be lost because of you. When has she ever cared about honoring her promises? If that's all that matters to you? She retreats step by step until there's no room for her to move any further. Only then does a fierce flame burst from her spear tip, melting the coldly lit vegetation. Know that the only red dragon stands before you. Whatever she's promised you, the only way you'll get it is through me. Do you hear the doors opening in the distance? You must have. Nemo is aside. The first resident to break curfew has already opened the door. So for their sake, as well as the hundreds more who will take the very same streets, you must remain here. Before my answer to Nazarisi is deemed a failure, before the people here are reduced to shambling corpses bent on tearing the dark mist apart, you have no right to take the lives of anyone trespassing in the dark. Nice. Go off. Go off. What arrogance. You call this arrogance? If Terra needs it, I can be far more arrogant than that. The red dragon speaks no more, and the flames of life burn brightly atop her spear. She steps forward with her back straight, no longer dodging the ice-cold branches but allowing them to lace her body with bloody scratches. The juxtaposition of the giant statue with the two tiny figures make them seem like ghosts. But somehow Nemus could also feel the presence of others besides Emma. In fact, they seem to have crowded the square as if the whole city is here. They are all watching and listening, lit up by the strange purple glow from their originium lamps. No, it is more than a glow, their bodies are burning purple. The one who killed the red dragon is? Nemus knows they haven't changed a bit. They are still waiting for her to utter a name they can curse and then destroy. Or maybe they will even destroy themselves. Like Shinin, no one would believe there were actually two red dragons. Who else then? Who else could possibly kill the red? Who else could possibly kill the dragon who seemed to toy with life and death? Before she can stop herself, she has a thought. Why not just say it was the Dark Mist or the Victorians? Revenge indeed. Let those lunatics dash into the mist and die in the red dragon's name. Let them fulfill their desire for vengeance and let this violet city die. It was born in disgrace, let it die in madness. That's a hard line. I like that line. That's a sick line, bro. It was born in disgrace, let it die in madness. That's sick. Yes, die, let anyone who stayed perish, just like those who have left and went into the dark mist. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, calling to the mist of fall. Nemus turns to look at the colossal dragon skeleton sculpture and recalls the recent evening, awash with confusion and sorrow. What was he thinking, the man who dragged this statue into the square? What song was he singing in his heart? Was it the song they taught Theo when they rescued him, what feels like centuries ago? At this moment, the last bit of her sanity snatches the answer from the fiery clutches of her rage. The answer that had been fluttering around since the very beginning of the story. The answer to the red dragon, to the sisters, to the mirror and reflection, and to the flames of life and death. Colin, if it wasn't you to throw his life away protecting these people, the one who killed the red dragon is no other than the red dragon. It was herself. A moment before, Nemo stares at her blankly, as if she did not hear her words. Straining her entire being, Nemo yells at the whole city. The red dragon killed herself. She never intended to light the flames within your bodies, but she did not want you to burn into cinders, so she offered her own life instead, to protect you from death, and yet must you exact a fruitless revenge? Must you destroy everything she gave her life for? The city falls silent as purple flames flicker, leaving only the dark mist lingering restlessly at the gates, as if waiting for its hesitant prey to step into its domain. Look at the flames, bro. You're saying she killed herself so we wouldn't exact revenge? Then what do we do now? The onslaught of questions from the residents sent Nemo said, spitting. Bloodshot eyes that did not shut from news of the death instead asked her questions. Guiding chief that did not relax from the news of the death instead asked her questions. Clenched fists that do not open from news of the death instead ask her questions. Silence, tension, confusion. Their revenge was rejected or ruled by the red dragon, so where should their sorrow go now? Niels, my unborn child, the red dragon. Someone tell me. Emma? If even revenge is out of my hands, then what else can I do? I have nothing else. The war took everything from me. How am I supposed to live on? Tell me, Niels. Tell me, red dragon. Anyone, just tell me quickly. How am I supposed to live on? Or should I go to you instead? Emma, no! Isn't this the only path left for me? I stepped into the dark woods one morn, caught into the mists of horror. Niels, is that you? Are you finally back? Oh. It's Bridget! I trod upon the road heading out to war. No pipes are singing, nor battle drums are wrong. Only the bells behind me, through dew and fog, their rings do roar. So, stop singing! That song snatched Niels away from me. Why would you still sing that song, Nomad? Emma seems lost to madness until a soft voice sings the same tune, but with different lyrics. The night-blind laborer is led by a awake woman as they slowly walk into the square. Oh, it's Morin! Again through the dark woods. I said stop singing that! Wait, again? It may be presumptuous, but I tried writing a new verse to the song. Because I don't want our brave loved ones to just leave us, to never see us again, to be eternally lost in the mist, just like we are. Again through the dark woods, parting the mists of horror. Our gallants dearly departed, my heart so sad and sore. And so in my dreams I go, lifting bonfires in the woods. Not to reunite, but to light the path you trod with fog and dew. Not to reunite, but to light the path you trod? A tear trickles from Emma's eyes, streaking across her shallow face. God damn it! Fucking hell. Okay. Let's try it again. Return it. Return your flames and the blessing of the red dragon. Return the flames? If I return this blessing, this fire back to her, will it light up their path? Return it and the wandering departed will also return to the flames and rest in peace. No, I don't want that. I just want to see him again. If you die as you are, you will only ever brush past each other in the fog again and again. Then what should I do? Live on. He chose to walk in the mist so you wouldn't need to be lost within it as well. Return the fire to light his path, and then let the years pass, let life begin anew, and when your hair is white and he learns his wish was fulfilled, only then will you meet again. The woman buries her face in her hands as she kneels on the ground, tears streaming down her fingers. Lauren's hands her a candle. The candle flame turns purple the moment she takes it between sobs. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. Alright. The wakemen and refugees slowly sing their way through the city like a tiny stream left behind after a night of rain. It is by no means a clear stream, nor a turbulent one. It is miserable, muddy, and trickle, flowing down centuries of painful history, carrying dust and blood, and about to run dry. But it is this murky bitterness that reveals the city's true self in the gloomy night. Nights of falling asleep, gripping old photos, mornings awakened by phantom pain from amputated limbs. Now empty houses fall to ruin, while those fortunate enough to return home were greeted only by orphan dolls scattered across dusty floors. The doors are opening. They are. People flood into the streets like a burst dam pouring into the square. Some leave their homes with candles in hand, while many more follow Emma's lead and take one from the wake woman. Flames still burn purple, but seem to have softened and bear a bit of warmth. Finally! Place the red dragon's coffin at the statue's base, Nemos. It seems Nazarisa will witness a grand fire returning ceremony tonight. You should be the first, Nemos. Me? But this is her funeral, so are you sure? It is more than just hers, is it not? The wake woman looks around, trying to pinpoint the shadow of a stranger. But even if the ghost wasn't trying to hide from her, she has no way of hearing the long overdue words of forgiveness from his mouth. There we go. The fucking music, bro! Now we're even, Woodbrains. Emos takes the candle from the waste woman and bows before the burning coffin beneath the dragon statue. Rest in peace. She deliberately neglects to mention the name of the departed. She places the candle before the coffin, no longer able to stop her tears from crashing onto the flames. Violet fire instantly rises up into the sky, spreading from the coffin to the entire statue. The entire sculpture is set ablaze. The music, bro! Oh my fucking god. Oh, where's the statue? Oh, the coffin. Okay. The crowd placed their candles down beside the statue and turned the purple flames to the one who granted them their hue. Some are silent and some call the red dragon's name, but many more chant the most precious things they had lost in the war. Tears fall like rain. They suppress the promise that twisted the incited. Tears wash away the flickering hollow pageantry, revealing only the sorrow of lives crushed to bits. Crude, sharp, turbid, and stuck in their throats. Only now does their sorrow manage to cry out. The rain of tears converges into the stream of songs pooling around the statue as the raging blaze evaporates it all, until even the citadel behind the square is engulfed in flames. Dude, the music is amazing! This is something I would hear in The Witcher 3 or fucking Elder Scrolls or something. It's so good! This is good fantasy music. As I said, this is my answer. The mist does not reply, but after a long time, Lakshmi hears a deep sigh. You made this choice yourself. Good shit, Reed. Good shit. The dark mist dissipates like awakening from a dream, and Lakshmi sees real black clouds above her. She heads towards the square. She goes to return fire to the dead. She walks the whole way from the city gates to the square. Every living resident is scattered before the burning statue. The soaring purple flames have already taken over one side of the citadel. Noah is able to approach Lakshmi, gets all the space she could want. It should work from here too. Eblana, may Terra never need your flames again. A small blossom of fire flies through Lakshmi's palm. She does not know if this conforms to the funerary tradition. It is simply an act of instinct. The bright yellow flower flutters into the purple blaze. Lakshmi stands quietly as the other fire returners have done, but the fire does not die out. Oh fuck! The purple fire still lights up half the sky until everyone has returned their flames, though the Originium lamps in their waist remain an ice-cold violet. Lakshmi finally realizes that at some point the giant red dragon still aflame has stopped right before her. She meets its eyes, Eblana's eyes. Still not giving up, Eblana? Very well then, I'll play along with you. One last time. Lakshmi's spirit tips flares up at the giant dragon, flaps its wings and charges towards her. That sounds like a boss battle. Yep, here we go. Yep. So you have to fight undead Eblana, who has possessed a dragon statue. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alrighty. I guess we should put yeah, here in the back, I guess. Put Teresa. What is this music though? That's a nice flute. Nani? Oh yeah, right in the middle here? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, you die now. Okay. Nice. Nice. Now he got enough. Whoa! All flames returned. Here we go. The ancestral red dragon that has never left the wilderness, but the maze where the fires return wipe house of the heart. Cool. Very cool. Dude, the flute is amazing! Okay, stop. Okay, let's put her here. Gotta keep an eye on her sister after all. I'm not sure where I can put her actually. Here? Where's that stupid red dragon going? Whatever. Nice try, idiot. Let's put everyone's favorite director up here. Okay, that's Ulysses, but you know what I mean. God damn, bro. Nice try, idiot. Oh, fuck. That's not good. That shit hurt. Yeah, you could have some Ascalon, Eblana. Even though you're standing right over here. Nice. Look at damn! Oh. That's holy shit, okay. Hello, have you met Visettle? I suppose you have now. Oh, goddamn, fuck. Okay. That's annoying. Alright, dude. Teresa, please. I need your healing. Okay, she's pretty useless over here. Oh. Cool. So, what now? Are you flying? Nah, bro. No one said you could do that. Fuck! Okay, that's just annoying. Alright. Come over here so I can give you some... Okay. Okay, she's dead. Fuck you, bro. That is quite annoying. Oh, wow. Yeah, let her hold that lane on her own. She can do that. This is not good. I don't think she can reach, but we'll see, we'll see. What the fuck? Okay, nope. Oh yeah, you can't kill her, that's... You can't kill her, bro. Okay. Well, now you're just annoying. Can I kill these things? Yeah, nice. God damn it, bro! Okay. Eblana, stop being annoying, please. The fuck? Okay. Okay. Well, Eblana is pretty fucking annoying. No? Okay, alright. Well, Eblana is pretty fucking annoying, so we'll have to change our units, I guess. We will need a lot of anti-air, it seems. Okay, cool. I'll go do that in this, while off screen, so be right back. There we go. This should be a bit better. Actually, let's. We don't need. We don't need Arknights. As good as and amazing as she is, we need fast redeploy. So that will be Texas, of course. There we go. All right, let's go. So we can bait her stupid second form, second phase, whatever you want to call her. She's like the fucking Monster Hunter event. The Rathalos. That's what I wanted. Yeah, she's like the Rathalos. Rathalos fight. From all the way back then. That's fun. I love that flute so much. No, we'll put our homies here. There's barely any enemies too. God damn it! Why don't everyone's talking to me when I don't have time? Stop it! Yeah, where the fuck are you going? Huh? Where you going, bro? Huh? Where you going? Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. Nice. Put them all together. Yeah. Alright. Hold on. Let me... There we go. Get Chen over here. And from this, we can, fuck off! Okay, it was only Miosis, that's okay. Alright. Okay, you can attack this. Stupid dragon, there you go. You stupid idiot dragon. God damn it, stop that! Ow. No! Fuck you! I need healing. Holy fuck, okay. As I said, I need healing. Nah, bitch. No, we need that space for logos. Healing, please. Healing, please. There we go. I hope we can make this work. I'm saving a tank and Deacon Bike. I think things goes completely wrong. So that's that's why that's why I'm not doing too many things down here. Fuck you. Yeah, just kill these idiots. We don't need them. There we go. There we go. Kill this bitch. Yeah. Yep. 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 Sit down. Sit down. There we go. Boom. There's another stage. Bruh, please. Bruh, please. Why? Just fucking die, Eblana. God damn it. Freeze. Okay. We still have Resaddle going, so that's pretty good. Alright, alright, alright. No worries, no worries. We got this, we got this. We're not dead yet. Here. You can fight your sister now. Yup. Healing, healing, please, please, healing. Nope. There we go. Fuck you. Nice, nice, nice. Good, good shit, good shit, good shit. Okay. Come on, Visaddle, I need you. Yeah! Good shit, good shit. Alright. So far, so good. So far, so good. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're out healing the damage. Good shit, good shit. You love to see it. I think we need... Okay. Well, where's she going? Where's she going? Oh, fuck. She's doing the fucking fire shit. Yeah. Not good. Nope. Save, save, save. It's okay. It's okay. We're still healing. We're still healing. Hell yeah. Fuck you. Oh, then she comes down here? Okay. Oh my fucking god, why am I still alive? This is not fun at all. So stressful, goddamn. Here, go fight yourself. There we go. Get more healing. Okay, Visaddle is ready again. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, she's flying through. Oh, hell nah. We'll wait, we'll wait. We have more, we have more. Fuck you. Fuck you. Attack this. Yeah, you stupid idiot. There you go. Come on, Visaddle, I need you. Yeah. Alright, get that healing going. Ah, too late. Fuck! Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They can play her. Oh my god, we did it. God damn. Fuck. That was so annoying. She had 3 stages, I think. Oh. Your Highness the Singer has just sent word that the Elecutionists and the rest have taken Loch Shitty. They're on the way to County Hillock. I see. He only sent news after our troops left and the leader had already set out for County Hillock. He seemed to want to avoid offending the Elecutionists and his group, but also to avoid accusations of concealing information. What should we do with him? Dublin has never needed him to be our eyes. No one is counting on him for this. My utmost apologies. I take full responsibility. I assumed they were heading towards County Hillock on orders and never imagined they'd dare to take Loch Shitty. But they haven't gotten far, so we can still catch up if we set off now. Harmony. Your Highness, I bring news from your sister. She hopes you can curb the exclusionist and his men from acting rashly and bring her back. She said that herself. That's right. I'll mobilize the troops at once. Hold on. Your Highness, we should stop them as soon as possible. Also, I don't want to go to County Hillock straight from the dragon's mouth. If that is truly her desire, then she ought to realize it with her own hands. It would be no difficult task with her flames. Has she not already sentenced quite a few to death in the name of the leader? Tell her this, if that is what she wants, she can do it herself. No, there's no need to even that. Oh shit. Your Highness, let me be so bold. She is my sister. Damn. The giant dragon flaps its steel wings, stirring up a flaming vortex, but Lakshini does not waver. She stabs her spear firmly in its eye socket. Still unable to commit to killing me, Lakshini? Gradually the dragon's voice overlaps with Eblana's, and eventually even its body becomes hers. The scenery around them changes swiftly, just like that night in the ruins with Fetch. I just don't know. What exactly do you want? You deceived me and lied to so many, all for what? For the city to be buried alongside you, to become the next legendary King Gale? I never lied to you. And why should I believe you now? What exactly is Nazarisi to you? What about Terra? I had always believed we shared the same dreams, so why do they seem completely different now? Or will dreams eventually become a card for you to play in your mad pursuit of power? One that you'll inevitably grow bored of, just like Lakshini back in County Hillock? County Hillock? I saw no desire to return to me in your eyes back then, only relief. Was I mistaken? Though I was truly sick of it back in County Hillock. With my flames I can mold anything I want into any shape I want. Everything except my reflection in the mirror. No matter how large a blaze I stoked, she wouldn't change one bit. Because you've never burned her directly. Because I've never burned you directly. I've only ever waited. I've always been waiting. Waiting for you to give me an answer. An answer? What about you, Lakshini? What do you want? Yes, it's good that your blood and your upbringing have you carry yourself high, but if you want for nothing, then what sort of position am I meant to leave by my side for you? Go on. This is your wish on a snowy night. I'll let you aspire as grand as you want. True, you never used your flames on me, but only because you had other tools more suited for the task. Fear, duty, guilt, sympathy. You've never asked me directly to change, but you've done so indirectly countless times. So all my attempts to guide you were useless, yet my apathy bore fruit? How terribly ironic. Whatever the case, you finally returned of your own will, ready to embrace a real life. That is enough. Conspiracies, lust for power, war, is that what you'd call a real life? Is it not? Stories, poems, legends? Do you think those are enough to constitute a life worthy of you or I? I know I've always been ashamed of myself. Even now I hate myself for not sharing your suffering. I was the one who left, forcing you to shoulder it all on your own, letting them mold you into who you are now. No, Lakshini. Recently I've been wondering if you're just as arrogant as I am. The only difference is that my arrogance is directed at the land, while yours is focused solely on me. What? Conspiracies, lust for power, war. Why do you assume those are what shaped me? They have never changed me. They simply happened to take on a form I was able to wield with ease, nothing more. The tiniest bit of power can decide whether one lives or dies. Even more power can decide the fate of armies, and an overwhelming amount can decide the rise and fall of nations. But power comes to an end. The poets have always known this, and I think you do too. Am I wrong, Lakshini? Death marks all equally, preparing a predestined end for those who crave power, ruthlessly snatching away everything they spent their whole lives chasing. So you knew your path would come to naught. Why did you still? Eblana backs away as the giant steel-forged dragon follows suit. Is it escaping or trying to hide? Lakshini subconsciously eases her fire, but the next moment bites down on her lip and abruptly increases her strength, pushing Eblana forward. Very good, at least you have learned the most fundamental thing required for life without me. Cruelty. Determination. If you have decided that this path is your life, then step forward and never look back. You should be telling that to the people of Nazarisi. Let me finish. Death mocks all equally, yet I shall mock death. So bless me, dear sister, for I am finally about to embark on a grand adventure. Eblana retreats again and again, the smile on her face fainter than ever. The sensation in Lakshini's arms are of piercing through steel gradually lessens, until it feels as smooth as a stroke through a body, then as hollow as running a spear through flame. Until an immense force, like the final flash of a dying light, erupts from her spear tip, pulling Lakshini towards the other side. Ice-cold flames wrap around her body, and she suddenly realizes that she now stands at the entrance of the citadel, on Red Dragon Square, right in the middle of the fire returning right. Or perhaps the dragon skeleton she is currently entangled with merely returned to its original position, and took the chance to pull her, with her firm grip on her spear, into the core of the funeral flames. Do you still wish to get away from me, Lakshini? Light shoots out from Lakshini's spear, brighter than ever. In a flash, she feels a burning sensation as painful as her internal organs rupturing repeatedly. The flames of life burst and fade in the center of death again and again until her weapon can no longer stand her overloaded arts and burst of flame as well. The dragon's bones crash and collide with each other, like thousands of mouths singing their separate elegies. The flames slowly grow warmer as Eblana's figure gradually fades. Lakshini's lips quiver, itching to say words of farewell. In her heart she scans every book she has read, yet is unable to recall an appropriate line. Before she dissipates, Eblana slowly cradles Lakshini in an embrace. Farewell, till death do us meet again. I hope you enjoy my parting gift. Parting gift? Shit. The mortals in the square are completely oblivious to what is occurring within the flames. All they see is a fire growing taller and stronger, now covering the pedestal, the coffin, the dragon sculpture, the citadel, yet continuing to ascend. The flames distort the dragon's figure. They can no longer tell whether it is flapping its wings in flight, in death match with some unseen force, or crying out in anguish with its head run through. Everyone is silent, trying to identify its posture in the firelight, but all is in vain. Until Bridget cries out in surprise. It is red flames. Yellow flames. The fire changed color. Fire changed color. Strong wind rising up from the ground turns the sky, searing purple flames into a maelstrom. At the bottom where the coffin lies arises a small but scorching sun. The entire deep purple vortex seems to light up, emitting a shining yellow from the bottom to the top. Everyone near the bonfire packs away. The flames suddenly bear warmth, nearly burning them. The rising heat dissipates, evaporating even the stream of sorrow. Perhaps a miracle is about to occur. This is the only thought on anyone's mind. A miracle. One I have no choice but to accept for terror. Is this the parting gift you prepared for me, sister? Eblana is undeniably dead. She cannot answer. Lakshini tries to recall their hug. Expectations met. Pinch of warmth and cold calculation. What were the proportions of each in that embrace? Maybe all those things were inseparable to Eblana. You were right, Eblana. If this was your ultimate goal, if you insist on laying this bloodstained crown atop my head, then yes. Slan a pale. Until death, we shan't meet again. Badass, badass, there we go. There's the thumbnail, let's fucking go, dude. Even the music! The flaming vortex exhales and dissipates. The red dragon, the one who led the Terrans through the long night, steps forth from the statue center towards the entirety of Nazarisi. Her expression is blurred by flame, yet her figure is so solid as the ever-persistent life on the land. One step, then another. Her step over the coffin, still burning in purple embers. There is no bother within, only the familiar flame-spewing spear of the leader. The crowd holds their breath, and the square falls silent as if they stand outside a hospital's delivering room, or perhaps a cemetery after the last shovel of soil has been heaped into a grave. Only dancing flames remain without rest. I can forgive everything else you've done to me, Eblana, but not this parting gift. Never. From past to present, your name will sink into oblivion alongside the countless names who built Terra. The only red dragon of Terra will be Lakshmi Dublin. I have returned. The red dragon who led you in the fight against Victoria, in the fight for independence and freedom. Lakshmi Dublin is back from the abyss of death. I died to quench the flames upon you all, but the rain of tears you shed for me extinguished that fire, allowing me to return from the abyss. This time, though, I will not drive you to your deaths. Our grand undertaking is complete. Never again will there be cause for countless Terrans to offer up their lives and leave us only ruins. And wailing. I pray with all my heart that every Terran will be able to curb their own flames that carry from slavery, from oppression, from humiliation, from sorrow that never died out, not for thousands of years. I neither need nor expect you to forget. I only hope that you can do as our ancestors did, and let those flames become your lamp. A lamp that first warms yourself, and then illuminates the path for us all, so we can truly laugh, sing, and live in our homeland. Epic. A bright yet gentle light. Epic. Epic. While the crowd is still mulling over her words, one of the residents suddenly cries out in pain. Oh, why is the bird on my head suddenly hurting? Wait, the colors of all your lamps? Yeah. Even my own changed colors. Hell yeah. It's orange now. These are the lights of the red dragon. Hopes you will carry to warm yourselves. Purple fire belongs only to the dead, yet we uninvitedly let our own flame speed dye its color through overwhelming death and loss. But we mistook that fire for a blessing and allowed ourselves to be dragged towards the abyss. If the red dragon hadn't killed herself tonight, and we hadn't managed to return her flames, we could all have been dead by now, turned into walking corpses. To extinguish the flames of death in ourselves. You said that's why she killed herself? The sense of guilt that had crept up on Nemo's after the purple flames vanished leaves her unable to reply. She only nods slightly. Then she feels a sudden chill on her face. It was a drop of water. Nemo's lifts her head and looks at the distant night sky. More look up as the damp raindrops pelt their faces, gently washing their tears away. It is raining. Sick. Sick! That is a lot of rain. On Samhain's Eve, the rain falls, heavier and heavier, but the crowd still remains in the square. They wish to thank the Red Dragon for returning their lives, for separating life from death. But the dragon tells everyone she will remain here until everyone returns home to rest. So the people gradually disperse, and eventually even the wakemen and refugees bid goodbye to the dragon. They worry that some of the dead who have not returned their fire yet will gather around the ruins, although that worry is unfounded. By the time the sun rises, no longer will there be any wandering dead on Terran soil. Amidst sobs, Nemo bids goodbye to the dragon as well. The next day, she will wake up early to collect bricks from all over town to make a new door for Colin's workshop. The huge square empties out, leaving only a red dragon and a nomad. Bridget stayed behind? Okay. Where are you off to next, Bridget? Not sure there's anywhere to go, really. All I've ever done is pass on messages of his report oncoming catastrophes. I think that will replace my job, though. What are they called again? Catastrophe messengers? They've been less and less of us nomads anyhow, so I guess I'm glad someone will carry on the work at least. You should try contacting Rhodes Island. There we go! That's how we get Bridget. Hell yeah, bro. So she will become a catastrophe messenger. Hell yeah, bro. Just like Skyfire? Or was it Province? I forget. It's been a long ass time since I played the first Siesta event. That was one of the first events in the whole game. One of them was a goddamn catastrophe messenger. I forgot who it was though. It was Skyfire, and there was Province, and then wasn't there a third one? I forget, bro. I really do. I do forget. Anyway. What's that? A pharmaceutical company. They're good people. You'll have to look for their headquarters. It's a land ship. I'll write them a letter tomorrow, and I was hoping you could deliver it for me. I think you'll like the place. But for tonight, you ought to rest inside the fort. We can't have you sleeping in a tent with all this rain. Oh, the cute! Oh my god, the cute! That's the cutest fucking faces I've ever seen in my goddamn life. You know I had to take a picture of that. That's so cute. Let's head to the Citadel gates first. The two of them slowly make their way towards the Citadel. The downpour continues and the fire on the sculpture is nearly extinguished. Only a faint flame of indistinct color flickers in the dragon's eye sockets. They suddenly hear a voice from behind. Stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary, I'm telling you. How can someone forget their own bed? Is there someone still in the square? It's that invisible brother of mine. He made a bet with me. Invisible? Don't turn around, Lakshini. He's a wee bit awkward, that one. Not fan of being seen, I'm sure. She already knows who he is. She met him before you did, Bridget. Absolute badass. I love this dude. Love this dude. Looking at the flickering flame in the dragon's eyes, Fatch recalls a time centuries past, when Aliel was still a lad with a cracking voice, while his own beard had just started to sprout. Macfred, the Exquisite, was promoting everything Victorian in the royal capital and ultimately even banned a favorite custom for Terran commoners, placing bets. That day, Fatch had exploded in an argument with his mother, with an unprecedented level of rage. Afterwards, his mother ordered him to fast and reflect, but Eliel sneaked into his brother's bedroom with a piece of steak for him. The brothers blew out every light in the room and merrily gorged themselves, even licking their fingers clean. Enough stubborn mess. Soon everyone in the capital will be a Victorian, Eliel said. Fatch stroked his still soft beard and merely shook his head. He asked, "Then why not make a bet with me? Once Mother's gone, not a soul will willingly continue pretending they're Victorian." "Fine," Eliel replied. The older brother burst into laughter. "What's on the table then?" "What make a good wager? Why not the crown? If you win, I'll never serve food in the palace for the rest of my life." "No, I'll wager anything but that." Eliel had refused. It was I who insisted on having it my way, half as a joke and half hungry for a gamble, and nearly put him in tears, didn't I? Yes, because Eliel was always the type to give in. He'd definitely agree. And so in the end he said, "Alright, if you go, then never come back." Afterwards I ended up leaving the palace, wandering for years as Eliel spent that time unhappy in the capital. I heard that after losing half his men in court, Eliel was controlled by not even Victorians but Terran nobles speaking with Victorian accents. You lost, Fatch. No matter how homesick you are, you spent far too long on this family visit. Not to mention you're just a pathetic shadow cast by firelight. Man, you have your own road to walk. No more promises. Right, just like that. Take out that purple fire from the stab wound on your chest. Ugh. And now return it to the dragon who walked the same path you did. Exar King's face twists from pain, but nevertheless he extends his arm bit by bit towards the eye of the skeleton. Let's see a little. Is this your blades? Can phantoms also feel pain? Can they shed tears of anguish? Or is it merely the rain dropping through him as his body fades to nothingness? He can no longer tell. Or perhaps the flame of your good descendant here. Fetch! Lakshini snaps around, but there is no sign of anyone else in the square. Aw. Only the purple fire in the red dragon's eyes. It flares up a split second before the rain extinguishes it completely. That was so fucking good, bro! Damn! That was an amazing ending, what the fuck? That was a hard ass battle though. Alright, let's end this. A story repeated countless times is what becomes history. Right? That's not... You're missing an S there. Okay, never mind, whatever. Let's finish this right now. This is going to be a long ass video, but the last stages usually are the longest. God damn. Just before the mother engaged the dark mist, the wakeman of the woods came to remind her that she had yet to do that which was most important. Hold a proper funeral for her daughter. Do we not get... Felipe, please! Where are you? God damn. Okay. I can't really do his epic voice, but I'll try. The mother had intended to fight the dark mist to death, but tears began to stream down her face when the wakemen sang their ancient song, and she chose to follow tradition and hold a wake for her daughter. All through the night she cried at the purple bonfire representing her daughter's soul. The downpour of tears quenched the fire burning through the city, nearly extinguishing even the purple funeral fire. When the wakeman once again asked the mother if she would still fight the dark mist to the death, she gazed upon the smoldering bonfire with tears on her face, saying, "I cannot abandon my kingdom's people." As she said those words, the feeble purple flame suddenly turned bright yellow. Her daughter rose from death and walked out of the flames, and mother and daughter embraced each other. Damn, that's... okay. That's pretty damn cool. So ends the story, not in fragments, but a true ending. Congratulations, we pieced together the truth. And what a happy ending. This is all thanks to you. Come let us toast, and I'll write this all down and publish it for... well, publishing it may be a challenge, but now that it's complete. The funeral, the bonfire, the resurrection, you saw everything. I never expected you to find the courage to return to Nazarisi, singer. And it was a lovely ending, wasn't it? Eblana departed with the dead, never to return. As for you, your highness Lakshini, I dedicated this story to you. Whether to publish it, seal it away, or have it fade into obscurity along with the remnants of Dublin like me, it's all up to you. Okay, alright. Yep, that's definitely Reed. Yep, that's definitely Reed. Yep, definitely her. Who else would it be, right? I don't see anything weird about this. Definitely Reed. How wonderful. I almost regret allowing you to belittle yourself with a title like the singer. You... wait, what? You're not Lakshini, you're Eblana. The one singer strings his arm furiously, spilling his drink on the table. Yeah. That is indeed Eblana. For some reason, she's not dead. And that is why she's an operator, because she's not dead. You can't have... fucking Hypergryph not allowing us to get operators that are dead. I already know who I want. Anyway. You're dead, you can't be alive. You were killed twice. Once by spear and once by fire. You shouldn't be here. Oh, am I dead? This isn't funny. You're dead, Red Dragon. Oh, wait, no, that's not her. Oh, am I dead? This isn't funny. You're dead, Red Dragon. Go back to where you belong. I see, that's it. It was all a lie. You never died. You killed Lakshini instead. It was all a trick and illusion. If so, what becomes of your story? My story? Have you calmed down? You shouldn't be alive, no. Has death ever been an eternal sleep for me? What I could do with life, I can do with death. As a reward for completing the story, writer, let me tell you one thing. All that matters is fire. The purple fire. The purple fire from your story. It may seem ethereal, but it is no fiction. It is true that over the long course of the war, I shared too much of my flame with others and became weak, feeble. But fire spreads, fire consumes, fire grows. After the battle with the Naxxar on the Gastrel, I needed to take back the flames I had given away, which had been growing on the plains in the ruins in the hearts of the people. You wanted it repaid with interest. Taxation is the most basic authority of a monarch. Mundane kings collect block taxes to nurture their armies to fight over land and people that will last mere centuries at most. I collect block taxes to pave a road between life and death with the red dragon's flame so that all those caught in between will look up to me. The ravings of a mad woman. No doubt it sounds that way to you, for you cannot fathom what happens when enough death to consume a nation is returned to its master. 1,000 years of anger, sorrow, and hatred converged on me all at once. Did you think they would let my flesh and spirit fade away so easily? A slave to hatred, what a fitting end for you. Have you already forgotten what I said in your story? Everyone and everything that thought they could mold me just happened to take on a form I was able to will with ease. Well, were I truly a slave, you'd have been ash the moment I saw you. You lunatic! That's why you allowed Wellington to station his troops in the dark woods to blockade the city, even continued the curfew. You never intended to spare Nazarisi. Why, thank you for finally being willing to shed light on the unpleasant truth of the dark mist on Wellington. Does the Battle of Silver Rock Bluffs, which you witnessed from the deck of the Gastro, still haunt you in your alcohol-fueled dreams? It's never left you, has it? Why else would you be so obsessed with depicting the mist dangling above people's heads, yet so loath to define it? The curfew was justified at first. There were still Victorian spies in Nazarisi at the time, indeed. The Duke of Wellington stepped up the blockade when Lakshini entered the city, because he wanted to smother any possibility of news leaking out between the two about the two red dragons. And the food that disappeared and came back on its own. The brigadier was more than just your most trusted lieutenant, he was also captain of Wellington's Red Steel Guard. When he went to ask for supplies, Wellington creased, I don't fucking know. Wellington simply became disappointed Lakshini when she left Nazarisi to seek the Wakesman. That's all. You should thank her, really. You'd never have escaped the woods if Wellington hadn't relaxed the blockade out of disappointment. As for the victory party you were so afraid to describe, don't tell me you've really glorified it into a fairy tale in your memories. Of course not. What happened to the Dubliners who weren't willing to give up their power that once you took away on a pretext? They were swallowed by the dark mist, as you put it. Quite literally. Ugh. But Lakshini still managed to make up her mind and killed you, and Wellington didn't follow your ridiculous orders. Suppose I believe that your apparent purple fire left you a vessel. What do you plan to do with it? Lead an army of the dead to retake Terra? I won't help you, no living so well. You and your dead friends can go straight to hell. Heh. Indeed, you were never suited to be Dublin's singer. You cling to what you see and believe. When the two should no longer be reconciled, you choose self-destruction rather than give up on either. But do you really imagine that everything has gone the way you think? I knew it was a plan all along. I mean, it was pretty obvious, right? That's why I gave the mysterious woman, quote-unquote, Eblana's voice. A letter, your grace. You may enter. Is it urgent? Oh, it looks like a Asher. Fuck. Trophy Asher. I nearly forgot the special forces of the spies, I guess, of Victoria, bro. Damn. Trophy Asher. He looks like a Trophy Asher anyway. No, ma'am. But look at the seal. It corresponds to the emblem on record from the past 50 years. Terra. The Duke of Castor scrutinizes what the servant is holding. On the edge of the envelope is an emblem excavated from the dust of history. The young have never seen it, while the old have forgotten it. Only those forced to keep an eye on history remembers its source. We are uncertain whether it is a mark of Terra or of King Gale. I never took you for a scholar or heraldry. It is not my intention, Is it enough that we know what it signifies? To the Duke of Castor. Open it and read it out aloud. Not too quickly. Yes, ma'am. There is no greeting. Your previous letter was received. The response was delayed as the time was not yet ripe. Now it is. From this day forth, martial law is hereby lifted in Azarisi and the surrounding lands south of the Grey Hills. Extra, read all about it. Martial law to be lifted at midnight across all of Terra. Publishing restrictions lifted. The art community rejoices. Read more on page 2. Finally, now we can call this a proper tavern. Hey, he has the... Nice. Here. With a curfew lifted, you can drink all through the night. Besides, it's my birthday. Drinks are on the house. Really? You sure about this? There are enough people in the city to drink you out of house and home. Worry about yourself. Look at you, rich boy, leaving your lamp on the middle of the day. Tush, I was just so busy I forgot. There you go. It's been warm lately, so I've been renovating. Thought I'd take the day off. Guess I really have been too busy. So how about another beer? I've got to get this fatigue out of my system. Here you go. On the other hand, I'm almost afraid of not being tired. Being tired is how I know I'm still breathing. Oh, that's not quite it. How should I put this? Living. Yes, living. You too, ma'am. Here's another one. Here's one for you. Oh, it's you, Emma. I'm sorry, I got to get going. Off to do your time on the Eggblade? Yes. No idea how you managed to smuggle all of that food out last year, but I hear you've been paying it off with honest work over there. So no need to be shy now. Have one on me. Thank you. Aw. To living. To Terra. To. Emma holds the cup with one hand and puts the other in her pocket, clutching the necklace she reclaimed last winter. The words said to her when it was returned came out of her mouth almost by instinct. To all our countrymen who gave their lives for Terra. Nice. Oh, morning. You really leaving, Bridget? Yeah, the burden beasts are calling for me from their pastures. Besides, still haven't been to this Rhodes Island that Lakshini wanted me to see. Want to come with? Let's go. I'm gonna get my adorable Pero girl. Actually, also, I looked into her skills. Apparently, she's like a 5-star Naranturia. She's a 5-star Naranturia. She has the boomerang thing going with her 2-sided weapon there, so that's pretty fun. That's cute. Maybe if I have the chance. It's just sad to think that you're the one who brought us to Nazarisi but can't stay yourself. It's not that I couldn't, I just chose not to. Like your own choice to stay. Say hi to the Wakemen for me if they come back to the city. Is that your intuition again? It's not always right. But I don't smell that burning stinker anymore. It smells like fresh buds in spring dew in the morning. Oh, the Brigader is still here. Oh, the homie. Hello, Brigader. You two know each other? You could say that. What are you doing here? I don't recall anything happening which the Red Steel Guard would need to be deployed for. I'm on leave. I came to honor the memory of my comrades. Scoundrels to be sure, but they fought by my side. If you're looking to take revenge for those who died during your exile, this is your chance. A brawl with a soldier on leave wouldn't be considered an attack on the military. Dude, this guy is so fucking cool. It wasn't you who killed someone and the others, not directly. I'll remember what you did. That's enough for me. I see. What more can anyone ask for than to be remembered? Spit, bro. Spit. Damn. Beltane, also known as the Festival of Fire, is scheduled to be revived in the coming days. The fire passing ritual will start in the Oak Grove country. Oh! You're awfully quiet. Are you nervous? No, it just strikes me that we managed to turn what you see in the books into reality. On the last day of spring, we extinguished the fires in our homes, then came together to relight them at Beltane, in the smoke of the bonfire and drifting ash. We welcome the coming of a new season and a new life. Your Highness Lakshini, the lighting ceremony will begin in a few minutes. Alright, thank you. Maybe I've waited too long for this. It feels no realer than a dream. I wanted to sing Nemos, but you already sung for me back in Nazarisi. So this time the fans in my hand will do the singing. One more thing, Your Highness. Abide Her Highness Eblana. Your Highness, it's time. Sorry, Nemos, we can speak after the ritual. Draco steps forward. A stone platform sculpted in the style of the ruins serve as her lectern. She lights the bonfire upon it and turns around. From the square below her, many faces gaze upon the with bated breath. She takes a deep breath. 1,000 years ago, the Dracos of Victoria invaded Terra, creating a title of King Gale as an epithet of shame, robbing the nomadic Terrans of their freedom. 600 years later, the reigning King Gale had no choice but to allow the Victorians to retake their world capital in their own image. 200 years ago, the Aslan seized the crown of Victoria, but once again they trampled the dreams of the Terrans beneath their feet, such that even our language was almost lost to us. Now Terra stands on her own. I recite this history of shame not to fan the flames of hatred, but in defense of peace. Sing what sings in Victorian, suffice to praise the beauty you see. Tell what tales in Terran will move the passions. We remember so that we might provide the living with the dignity of life, and the dead the promise of a union. Throughout the cold night, we shall retain a warm flame. As such, I, Lakshini Dublin, will the last descendant of the Terran Dracos. I shall light this fire symbolizing new life, may it guide the way for all, whether living or departed. Enclosed you will find templates for nomadic city immigration forms. Signed, the Kingdom of Terra. This is treason. The King of Terra has long been one of the titles of the Victorian Emperor. Nothing in this letter denies it. To avoid conflict, the Red Dragon has even indefinitely delayed the coronation so many are looking forward to. But in reality, the indecisive claimant, the corrupt oligarchs, the blockading army, and the flames of dissent of all these issues have been put to rest. For the first time in centuries, they proudly tell a new legend of King Gale. In the short term, the unrest has indeed contained within Wellington's domain. With time, however, it can become a greater threat than any insurrection. Terror must not be allowed to succeed from Victoria. As long as Wellington doesn't take his entire territory away on a nomadic city, the other dukes and I will continue negotiating with him. Yes, ma'am, I'll draft some long-term plans regarding that. Phew, it's finally over. Well done indeed. Thank you. So what was it you wanted to say about Eblana before the ceremony? We never found her body. If she somehow survived, I worry that someday a completely different story will be told about the resurrection of the Red Dragon. What story? That it was no miracle but the assassination of one dragon by another? Worse than that. I see, you're afraid that Eblana will return and paint the whole thing as a conspiracy I orchestrated. Our position is not unassailable. We both know that her body disappeared earlier that night after you killed her the first time. What I dragged through the streets wasn't her body but an empty coffin. I know. I also know that it was I who used the last spark of fire she left in the spirit to ignite the coffin. It was I who left the city to parley with Wellington, laying out our plans in exchange for him delaying military action while they played out. It was I who walked into the fire the people had returned to Eblana. I who quenched and replaced the fire of death with the fire of life, and I who walked out of the fire in the end. We've known all this since the day on the balcony of Nazarisi Citadel. Eblana had left us apostle with no solution. The only way out was a miracle. A miracle we scripted and directed. Oh God. If anything, the true miracle was the wake when returning to the city. If Eblana hadn't awakened in the exiled king, if Bridget hadn't delivered that message centuries overdue, if Morn hadn't persuaded them, with just the two of us, that miracle could never have occurred. So what is there to fear at this point? Eblana has cut off any path leading away from the throne. All I can do is devote the rest of my days to terror, and patiently await my judgment in some unknowable future. Damn, okay. Taking full responsibility, okay. Nemos was dragging an empty coffin. Lakshini was planning to resurrect the dragon the moment she first killed you. You're lying, you. I know. It was Wellington. He found a conscience and lifted the blockade on his own. You just won't give up, will you? The Iron Duke? With a conscience? Hilarious. You promised him that only good could come out of your scheming. All I promised him on the Gaster was that I could change the direction of terror, so long as Lakshini was willing to return. The Red Dragon who breathes flames of death, the Spectre force with its dead soldiers, Dublin with its bloodstained hands. Everything was fated to sink into the darkness while the Terrans united under the banner of the one and only Red Dragon. Of course, His Grace was unaware that everyone in Nazareth was meant to die for the plan, but I knew. A city of doomed souls in exchange for Terra's lasting stability. Only good could come of it, no? That's fucked up. A shame that the Duke isn't fond of Lakshini. Things could have gone even more smoothly otherwise. Sophistry, you lied to Wellington. Your plan was anything but harmless. And the people of Nazareth did live. To everyone's surprise. In exchange for their lives, Lakshini reached for the scepter of power that she detested so much. She chose to write a saga, a novel, a miracle that should have been beneath her noble dignity. It was something only she could do, something that wouldn't have been possible even a few years ago. Would you have placed a miracle on the scales from the start? What if Lakshini had failed? Then you wouldn't be sitting here enjoying your drink. I'm sure you've heard stories about what the Iron Duke does to whatever he considers an obstacle. Every story begins with an inspiration. Memories rush into the writer's mind like seawater at high tide. He struggles to break free only to find himself powerless against the oncoming tide. Red Dragon, you knew from the beginning. You almost destroyed Nazareth. You made a mockery of all terror. No, I must object to that. I simply fulfilled a promise. Is being true to one's word no longer a virtue? Even you yourself admitted that this was a happy ending. No, never. This isn't how the story ends. This isn't how my story's supposed to go. The writer sees a sliver of white. He falls to his knees and crawls along the ground, trying to collect the scattered sheets of paper that have flown loose. 1, 2, 3, he clutches them in his hand along with his pen. No. What would you like to write? Let me help you. No! The writer's shoulders tremble hysterically. Panting, he begins to back off until his back hits the rickety wall of the tavern. Grabbing his pen like a spear, he begins to stab at the paper. Muttering under his breath, he only manages to cover them with scattered ink splots. Soon even his muttering loses coherence. The commotion causes the drunken barkeep to come out from behind the counter and grab him by the collar. What you blabbing about? Realizing that he can no longer form words, the writer looks desperately towards the woman watching him with disinterest. He points at the woman's hands, then at his own mouth. The meaning was clear. You've lost your words. Perhaps you hit your head from excitement or had a minor stroke. Or perhaps it's because you just saw something you believed in so firmly for so long shattered to pieces. The very thing that inspired you to join Dublin caused you to stay at the victory party, made you turn back to Nazareth halfway. But it's time to wake up. With a trembling hand, the writer tries to write on his palm, but leaves only crooked, disjointed lines. You wrote a story for terror, a complete story, not a collection of fragments. It's good. It's a good one. I like it. And I like it even more now that it belongs only to me, not to you. Slan Go Foil, singer, no writer. Slan Go Foil, the last Dubliner. I look forward to the stories you'll tell me when death reunites us. With one last glance at the writer, the woman tosses a few coins onto the table and walks out of the tavern. A memory comes back to the writer. It was the same look that Eblana gave him that night, a year and a half ago, when he decided to delay his report after the leader's shadow had already departed, in hopes staying in both sides' good graces. Fucking hell. Okay. Oh, there's more? Oh, we're on Red Island now. Oh, Rose Island. What should I call you then? Oh. Whatever you're thinking, I'm only Nikras here. And I'm gonna keep calling you Eblana, because that's what I know you as. So I'm gonna keep calling you Eblana. Nikras sounds stupid. Unless you too find a signed sheet of paper to hold no power whatsoever. Operator Eblana, yeah? If you find it all necessarily erudite. For my part, I'm more curious about your lack of reaction upon hearing the whole story. I read the report on Lazarisi. Ah, laughs on my part, I see. First a private letter from Lazarisi, then fragments through official channels. Lakshini is getting better at this. Then I presume she's told you all about me, which is why you were willing to sit down with me by yourself and hear out this patchwork tale of allusions and insinuations. No, she has yet to find your body. That makes your courage all the more admirable. Thank you, thank you. I talked to a lot of scary people. Even Crown Slayer, actually. She wanted me dead for a good while, actually. Anyway. And I mustn't neglect to give credit to Lakshini where it's due. She's more than just a qualified dance partner now. She's ready to take the lead. I do hope she enjoys herself. Sounds like you like your new powers. Of course I do. The powers of the dead aren't necessarily greater than those of the living, but they are more lasting and harder to check. But soon you'll go bored of them, like everything else you've ever had. Followers, martyrs, dominion status. Life is short, but death is long, Erudite. There are still so many interesting people in the mortal realm. That alone is reason enough for me to await them in death. So you gave Reed your old toys? A carding question, Erudite, but I'll allow it. And not only because your accusation is astute, if prejudiced, but also because you are one of the interesting people I mentioned. What makes me interesting? I am inseparable from death. It is not the natural order of things that those like me should be drawn to Rhodes Island. I was drawn, so I came. This place is always covered in the scent of death, after all, especially around you, my dear Erudite. I don't understand. I have seen a lot of people fucking die. A lot of people. Oh. Okay, that's not funny. But it is a fact. It is a fact. I have seen a lot of people die, bro. You will someday. When the tides erupt and the night of death descends, you will be grateful for my presence, so long as I do not mock your predicament. So we actually get to know how we recruit all the operators in this event, I guess. Wow. She came. Eblana came here on her own accord because she found me interesting, and Reed sent Bridget here to deliver a letter, and then I recruit her, obviously. Okay, this is cool. It's cool to see how we recruit them, you know, instead of them just appearing out of a fucking bag. As for now, I am simply the Shadow of Terra's leader. Just Necras, nothing more. Still Eblana. Okay, so that was the story of Eblana and Bridget and yeah, and Reed. So that was so good, bro. The last stages were so amazing. I like this event a lot. I wasn't on point on these two stages because they were bullshit. But again, as I said in my last video, the second half was mwah, chef's kiss. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, comrades. I would love to hear what you think about this event and about the two Dragon Sisters, and even Bridget if you like her too. But yeah, if you like the video, please do leave a like down below as well. And yeah, if you enjoyed the content and you want to see more from me, especially more Arknights, I'll continue to do the next event as well, so be sure to tune in on that, comrades. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the whole event. I can't wait to see you next time, if you want to stick around, that is. Anyway, that will be it for this time, comrades. I will see you whenever I make a new video in the future. Have a good one until then, comrades. I will see you soon. Or eventually. До свидания.